Well, that's something we haven't had in a long time. And steak. What are you celebrating? You should be celebrating on. You should have a steak on Sunday. What's Sunday?
What you talking about?
Sunday. We haven't had steak in a long time because the meat is so expensive.
Well, I figured since I was on that side of town, I'd go buy Piggly Wiggly.
Which is no longer Piggly Wiggly.
But the women in there says it's still Piggly Wiggly, so they're not.
They said they still called it Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah, they said it's still Piggly Wiggly.
So there used to be a grocery store called Piggly Wiggly in Hopkinsville. Piggly Wiggly. But now it's been bought out by Food Giant. And you know there's a Food Giant in Katie's, of course. And so it's been bought out by Food Giant. But this is Friday night. It's almost 7 o'clock. We haven't had a steak in quite a long time because steak is expensive. And
Yeah, this piece of meat here would normally cost you $30-something, so I went to Piggly Wiggly and I got it for, I think, I don't know, what's it saying?
I'll have to look at the receipt. Hold on.
$9 or something.
Let me get the receipt.
It's a lot cheaper than $30.
Wow, Steven's right. The piece of meat that he's cooking right now, the pork loin.
The poik? What's a poik?
The pork loin was $8.78.
The pork loin. It's not a pork loin.
It says it.
No, it ain't. It's a sirloin.
It says pork loin. That's what it says.
Well, that's what the other ones are. This is a sirloin.
Okay, but the receipt says.
See, sirloin right there. Sirloin tip. See it?
Oh.
Oh, you mean right there where it says sirloin tip costs $8.78?
All right, yeah, because you got some other meat that you've put away. But yeah.
That's pork chops.
All right, so that's Food Giant in Hopkinsville, which used to be Piggly Wiggly. But that piece of meat that you're cooking right now,
Yeah, I got it on the poor side of town.
on the poor side, you got that on the poor side of town.
I figured since I was on the poor side of town, I might as well go get a piece of meat.
So what would that meat normally cost? You said 30 bucks? $30. If you were to get it like a Kroger or something?
Yeah, a Walmart.
Is this your birthday steak then? Your birthday's on Sunday.
I feel my body feels like having some iron.
You know there's a bunch of iron in chocolate. And this is the magic ingredient.
There's not a bunch of iron in the chocolate, boy. There's just enough in there just to say that there's iron in it. You would have to eat 5 billion chocolate bars to equal one little steak.
No, I'm talking about raw chocolate, not anything.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so we can consider this a nice birthday steak, since
Well, it's not going to wait for my birthday.
it's not going to wait for your birthday.
I'm having it for Friday night.
Steven's birthday's on Sunday. You all in the comments tell him happy birthday in the comments.
I put in a day and a half of driving local trucks and going back and forth to Bowling Green, and I feel like having a steak.
Well, you certainly deserved it. Yeah, he'll be 62 on Sunday. Oh, and get this. Not only will you be 62, but you were born in 1962. So you were born in 1962, and you're going to be 62. That will never happen like that ever again.
That'd be a good year to die.
What?
Well, born in 62 and died in 62.
Died at age 62. Please don't try to predict the future like that.
Don't try to predict the future.
That's a bunch of carbs right there.
Let that thing make potatoes?
Oh, the air fryer.
Yeah, probably not.
Thank you again for my pretty flowers. Okay. I do appreciate my pretty flowers. Thank you for my pretty flowers.
Well, you're welcome for your pretty flowers.
So is that not interesting?
Did
that
you get some cheese? We're getting real low on cheese.
No.
Well,
Is that
I'm
not
fixing to
interesting?
use it all up.
Are you not interested in the fact that you're going to be 62 and that you were born in 1962?
Yeah, that's not interesting to me.
That's not interesting to you at all?
Not at all.
Well, I was born in 1978 and I'm not turning 78. I'll be 46 in 3 weeks.
Well, when you get to be 78, it might be a big deal then. It's no big deal with me. Just another day at the office.
Yeah, Stephen and I both have July birthdays. July 14th, which is 2 days from now.
That's hot.
He's 16 years older than I am, and I'll be 46 on July 31. So you were a 16-year-old punk kid. Whoa, you were a 16.
How come this isn't in a sheave?
I don't. So you were 16 and driving a car in California when I was born in Birmingham, Alabama.
You're forgetting someone in the video.
If you want to come in the video and come say hi, come say hi.
You're forgetting somebody. Poor little lonesome me.
Come on, AJ, come stick your head in the video.
Alright, I will in a second.
Are you forgetting about somebody? Poor little lonesome me. Golly gee. Don't forget about me. I'm poor and I'm a lonesome. Hello, everybody. Don't you love me? Show me some love.
Come on, AJ. You said we were forgetting about you, so stick your head in the video. Hi.
Heart. All that. He comes in and goes, heart.
You got anything you want to say? Oh, look at his moles on his head.
No, I just want to
He's a molehead.
Come here. No. Now you said you wanted to be in the video. So,
I'm a molehead.
so let me see your moles right here. Come on. AJ has some secret moles. That are
Secret
they're
moles.
No, come here. They're secret because they're underneath his hair.
Secret moles.
AJ. Well, I'm
I'm gonna
so.
cook these in some onions.
I'm sure Wilmeth has an onion.
Well, she does. Better grab it.
AJ, go knock on Wilma's door and ask her if she has an onion. Please and thank you. So as you're cooking, Stephen, let's talk about how today was
As you're cooking, Stephen, let's talk about AJ's secret moles.
No.
Stop.
Let's talk about your video from earlier today is getting very popular. People are talking about it, and one person said it was nice to see you back behind the wheel.
Yeah, well, I don't feel the same way, but just to making money.
Well,
33 years behind that steering wheel. 33 years, and I don't feel like putting on any more years.
you're burned out from being over the road.
Yeah, that guy's like, hey, you want to run some more? You want to run some more? You want to run some more? All I didn't want to run today.
And he wanted you to go tomorrow too, Saturday.
I was gonna have to sit him down and tell it like it is.
Now, explain to people that this job is kind of you have the freedom to pick and choose.
That's right. That's what he told me when he first told me about the job, or I would have never even applied for it.
That you have the freedom to either
Come and go as I please because he knows I have my own business.
That's right. You have a skid steer. That's right. And you want to be
in running over here. I don't know what's over here. Well, there's a whole gigantic Nephilim over here.
Look at that. Our neighbor had an onion. Thank you, Wilmuth from next door. AJ went over and retrieved an onion from our neighbor. Wilmuth, thank you for the onion. We owe you. And AJ came back and said that our neighbor, he's sick?
Yeah, Jeff is sick.
Like how? What kind of sickness?
Wilma didn't say what it was. All she said that was Jeff was sick. That's it.
Oh, wow. Jeff is our neighbor man that is he.
Neighbor man.
Well, he's 1 year younger than Steven. Steven will be 62.
He's a neighbor man.
He never married and left home. He's
That's nobody's business.
well,
He still lives with his mama.
he takes care of her. Wilmuth became a widow about 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago. Wilmuth was a widowed about 5 or 6 years ago, and her son lives with her. That's nice that he takes care of her.
Yeah, that's nice.
AJ, he may never marry, and he may end up living with us.
Yeah, right.
He might be with us until he's 61.
Keep dreaming.
So we do thank our neighbor for the onion. Yeah, Steven, it might be likely that AJ will never leave home. Isn't that right, AJ?
I was trying to run away the other day.
So tell us more about how you got hired because you were under the impression that you can.
I got hired because I was under the impression.
No, that.
No, I applied to a job. I didn't get hired because I was under.
Right, but because.
I applied to a job that I could come and go anytime I please.
That's right. That it was not a set in stone.
Yeah, it's not a 9 to 5. Have to be there every single day. Run all day, run all night, run Saturday and Sunday.
And that's because.
And if I don't do it, then I have to hear about you complaining about it.
And that's because you have the skid steer, and we would like to be able to make a go of that.
Yeah, I got to work on that Facebook crap this weekend. I'll figure out some better advertisement. Because when I first did it when I first got home, I had 2 jobs, boom, right, overnight. And people calling. And then when Facebook decided to charge me $900 million and I refused to pay it, then all of a sudden I can't get any more ads. No more interest. Imagine that. Sounds just like YouTube.
What? Sounds like YouTube.
How they make sure that your stuff doesn't get out. If you're not woke.
Pepper jack.
If you're not woke,
I want a piece of that, please.
No. Would you like me to cut you some? This is for the food.
Oh, yeah. Would you please cut me a slice of the pepper jack? Thank you. You mean like being shadow banned on certain videos?
Yeah, that's what I would say, yeah. I'm gonna shadow ban my ads.
Thank you. This is pepper jack, and we like pepper jack in this family.
We like a pepper jacker.
Mmm. It's tasty. Very nice. So tell us, I saw in your video that what you showed on the back of the truck, the chassis.
Chassis is what I'm hauling.
I saw that in your video.
I asked what kind of chassis it were. He said, I don't know, Ford pickup. And then he tells me it's through GM. So how is it a Ford pickup when it's through GM?
So he doesn't even know what he's picking up?
Apparently, it's the same. They used to make Corvette chassis a long time ago, so it obviously is GM. You know, Corvette chassis were made right here in Hopkinsville. The chassis were.
I thought it was Bowling Green.
No, the chassis, the Corvettes themselves were made in Bowling Green, but the chassis were made here. It was a particular Corvette that they had. Actually, it wasn't a Corvette. It was a. I don't even remember. I just remembered that they were building some chassis for Corvette for a while.
Okay. And so Kentucky Western Truck Lines has a contract for a 2-year contract on picking up these chassis every day, right?
Turn that
and
down.
taking them to Bowling Green.
Yeah, running 10 trucks, running 2 and 3 times a day. So 30, 40 loads a day.
How many drivers they have?
I don't know. I know 10 to 12 trucks are running all day long.
Wow. Wow. That's a lot. Well, we're thankful that you have that. I know.
I've known them for the last 21 years, but I don't know them really well. It's just that any time I had some trucking things to take care of, they were always there.
Always lent you tools. They lent you many.
Let me transmission jacks.
They lent you
Actually,
anything.
I would rent them. They would try to give them to me. They bought my first Peterbilt when it blew up on me in Danville, Illinois. So they bought that. It was a '96 Peterbilt. That was, when was that?
2008.
Yeah. So.
That was 2000. That was 4 years before AJ was born. That we had a truck but they bought it from the bank, didn't they?
Yeah.
They still have it.
No, they pulled the head off of it, got a new head, pulled out the cylinder, dropped a new piston in it, and sold it.
Oh.
Sold it to them coal haulers, and then it caught on fire.
I didn't remember that.
Yeah, it caught on fire, and then they got paid for an insurance, and then they got a blue Peterbilt. Remember we saw it at Southern States. It was real pretty, and then they were going to total it, but somebody bought it. And, they said they wanted it.
So that truck definitely went through it, had some history to it.
Yeah, it was. Who was that truck for? Some country singer.
Oh, it was. It was an original truck for a musician.
What is that? Garth Brooks. That's it.
Yes, it was.
It had a tag or a big emblem on the glove box dedicated to Garth Brooks, the truck number, blah, blah, blah. So it was one of his
Fleet.
Garth Brooks, truck.
It was.
But it was a piece of junk. Yeah, it had me broke down all the freaking time.
No, AJ, I'm filming. So anyhow, Stephen, Jay, when you didn't have to worry about that you weren't paying for the fuel, and that if something happened to the truck that you weren't responsible for the truck to pay for it, was that a good feeling? That being in somebody else's truck, knowing that all you had to do was drive, was that different?
Well, I remember I drove company trucks for many years before I...
Oh, I know. You've done it both. You've been an owner-operator, and you've been an owner-operator.
It's just another job to me.
But, I mean, wasn't that a good feeling knowing that the fuel that you put in, that you didn't have to pay for that fuel?
Well, I didn't put any fuel in, so... but anyway. It's not my concern.
So, Stephen started yesterday with that, Thursday, and today's Friday. So, it's not Friday the 13th, it's Friday the 12th. Friday the 12th.
You wore a salad dressing anywhere?
Now, is this your own original thing, the Italian?
Well, I know a lot of people use it. Since I started using it, I found lots of people
here,
like to use
show
it.
show it, everybody what it is.
Zesty Italiano.
Well, until you did it, I've never seen anybody cook meat with that. What is the best part of your day today, Stephen?
Getting off work.
I bet you'll sleep well tonight. So, is driving a truck like riding a bike?
Oh, it's like a freaking headache.
Was the truck pretty clean? Hadn't been smoked in, or?
I tried to ignore the truck. Really wasn't paying attention to the truck. Not my truck.
I know, so it's hard to kind of be in somebody else's truck.
I just paid attention to the steering wheel and the brakes.
But that's got to be an adjustment going from a sleeper berth to a day cab. Did you keep looking behind thinking that you had your
Well,
bed?
like I said, I wasn't planning on running at nighttime, so
No. But did you keep kind of, psychologically, did you kind of keep looking behind thinking that you had a bed behind you?
not at all.
Not at
Not
all.
with those big gigantic windows blazing sunlight in my back of my head.
Oh yeah, you're not used to that in your truck. You're used
What's
to having your
going on out there?
sleeper.
What's going on out there?
Oh, you got the Goon Squad spatula, did you now?
That's right. I didn't get a $50,000 reward and a brand new Ferrari, but a Maserati. But at least I got my $50 Goon Squad chop you in half spatula.
Okay, look, hold on. So, if you all are familiar with the YouTube channel, the Goon Squad, look at that, the Goon Squad spatula. How much? We paid big money for that, didn't we?
$50.
We paid, yeah, because it was a chance to win something. So we paid $50 for it. It was probably made in China. Probably made in China.
Not stamped that it was made in China. But
Well, it probably
you don't
was.
have to try to ruin my day. It doesn't say China.
Ah!
So, I mean, Bikes and Beards did that.
Oh yeah, that's another thing.
$250 for a pair of gloves.
We entered another
Made in China.
YouTuber contest. We need some merch. We need some Big Belly Beaver merch. And then, but I wouldn't want to do a contest. That seems too complicated to do a contest. I'm sure there's all kinds of regulations and
You can
rules.
give away Tootsie Rolls.
But yeah, if you have your own merch and you're running a contest, that's got to be
We'll
complicated.
get one of those gigantic 5.
Well, we certainly do praise the Lord and thank the Lord for your job. One of our followers, one of our subscribers on YouTube, RCE, let's give RCE a shout out. RCE, and we still don't know, we still don't know what RCE stands for. We still don't know. He never told us, although I've asked him a couple of times what RCE stands for. But Mr. RCE, one of our...
Running because he's empty.
Oh! Oh, that's funny! Stephen just made up a phrase for RCE. RCE, running because you're empty. Wow. Well, we never did know what RCE stood for, but he's one of our faithful watchers and subscribers on YouTube. Well, anyway, he actually used to work from this company, right? Isn't that what we understand to be true?
Yep.
Kentucky Western Truck Lines for Fred and Ned Thalman.
Yeah, as a fact, the job that I was going to put my truck on was because he recommended it. Not because he recommended, but it was a trucking company that he recommended. Now I'm with a company that
He worked
he used
for.
to be with. So.
Yeah, we were going to be done with the Cardinal because Elite Transportation no longer exists. They closed their doors on June the 30th. Today is July the 12th. June the 30th, which was the end of the fiscal year for many businesses, that was their last day. So Stephen was getting out anyway from Elite because they were shutting
owner
down.
died.
The owner died last year. And the wife kept it going for a year.
She didn't want to keep it going.
But she's up there retirement age anyway, so I mean, can't blame her. So, yeah, 12 years with Elite Transportation.
Yeah, I was.
But so we were going to go to Cardinal. RCE had recommended us to try Cardinal, and then we were actually almost in the middle. You were doing all the testing and paperwork.
I was just
for it?
doing the test for the weights, chains, and binders. How many you would need. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, you were in the middle of taking a test, and then that's when we found out that somebody was going to be wanting to trade for the skid steer.
Certified for flatbed, so like I need to be certified for a flatbed. Now gotta just wait on this stuff.
Come here, AJ.
Get back, Cylinder Butt.
Bite of this, and it is absolutely delicious. It's very, very flavorful.
Yeah, hot. Yep.
Well, if anybody deserves to eat like a king tonight, it would be you. Would be. You deserve to eat like a king. You're my king. Apart from Jesus. Apart from King Jesus. Let's just make sure everybody understands that. Apart from King Jesus.
Wow.
Too spicy?
It's always too spicy. That's the way I make it. That's just the way I make it. Don't make bland stuff. You won't be accusing me of that.
Glad our neighbor had the onion.
Yeah, it wouldn't be nearly as good without the onion. Come on, man.
What are you adding?
Seasoning.
Oh, look! My mother's name is Sylvia. Sylvia's Restaurant. My mother's name is Sylvia. Soulful seasoned salt. Well, here's to you, Mom. Here's to you.
Mom looks kind of colorful there.
Ah! Does she look? Queen of soul food. Yep. Here's to you, Mom. She's pretty colorful, isn't she?
Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what I need. Didn't I put black pepper on it? Thought I did.
So you're just adding, that's just regular black pepper. McCormick black pepper.
Yeah, that's black pepper.
Work the next day.
Yeah, it's kind of, seems like every time something happens, it always happens in the summertime. Big changes always happen in the summertime in this household.
Pepper. Excuse me, that pepper. Ooh, it's going right up my nostrils.
told you stand back.
Well, I am standing back. Shoo, wee that pepper.
Alright.
Excuse me.
Alright. Leave that lid on a little bit longer. And I'll take it off so I need to crisp them up. I'll take it off a little bit. Yummy, yummy. Come on. Oh, I need you to hold the pan level for me. Thank you. The bottom of the pan has a bubble, so it wants to lean one side or the other. So I set it on a napkin and hold it level. That's why I keep telling you to stay away so you don't get burnt. Let's see.
Excuse me.
See, you don't run through here, boy. This is a cooking area. You could go around that way. Go. Wants to jet through here, all this hot food and knives sticking out in my hand. Then he goes, ooh. Yeah, wonder why. It's not where you go through. Find someplace else to go through. All right. Going to.
Oh, wow, look at that steam. Ooh, look at that steam.
Let's just do that.